G'day guys, listen, sad story, luckily with a happy ending so far, so good, I tell you what. I got an urgent message the other day from Belinda saying, holy hell, I've had a big bike accident, I've just dragged myself down under a taxi, taken half the skin off my lower legs and screwed the bike and damaged the car. What do I do next? So, welcome to my little story about, I'm going to entitle it, Oh No, I Told You So.
Yeah.
Let's get that. Everyone is going to want to say you shouldn't have been on a bike.
Yeah.
Especially when they find the details. Did you have a licence?
No.
Will your insurance cover you?
No.
And were you drunk?
No.
Were you going fast?
No.
Okay, so 2 out of 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Riding a motorbike, and have you ever ridden a bike before?
Yeah, I've had the scooters over here before.
Right,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
not back home?
No, not back at home.
So Belinda's from Melbourne, and she's been over here a heap of times.
Yep.
And has ridden scooters before, knows that driving in Bali or riding in Bali is very difficult and dangerous. All that crazy traffic and everything aside, this actually wasn't a major traffic accident where someone didn't give way and you slammed straight into them.
No.
It was a silly little
little mistake. Yep.
A little oops accident where. So explain it again.
So I was sort of just coming off the gutter. It was still like a bit of a deep gutter, and the bike sort of just wobbled, and I'd reached out for the handles, and then I'd accidentally pressed the throttle, and then I just sort of slid, and then my leg slid under the car. The car tyre went over my leg. It was just excruciating pain. And then all of a sudden I was on my back.
I don't mean to put your legs out there for the whole world to see, but
yeah.
That's part of it, and it goes up the other thigh, and ow.
I've pulled a muscle in this leg too.
Yeah, so she did the splits. She didn't know she could do the splits for the last 20 years. She found out the hard way. Oh, I don't mean to laugh because that probably hurts too. She's on drugs, it's all right. The doctor's got her medicated.
Yeah.
But we can laugh only because you're safe. Medical bills, you had to cover all of that yourself?
Yeah, I covered my own medical bills. I got the doctor out the other night because I just couldn't stand the burning pain any longer. It was 10 out of 10 pain.
Yep.
Gave me an injection, gave me some strong painkillers, probably stronger than our ones in Australia actually.
Now you're a medic?
Yeah, I'm actually an ex-nurse and an ex-ambo. Yeah,
so you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I know what I'm talking about.
Ever been to a motorbike accident in the past?
No, never.
Oh,
never.
really?
No, never.
Oh, wow.
Never. So it was just one of those things. It was just a freak little thing that happened. I was so lucky when I ended up, after the car had sort of gone over me.
So actually the car tyre went right over you?
Yes, right over my leg, straight over my leg. Yep.
And he was only moving pretty slow?
Slowly, very slowly. Small amount of damage to the bike. I was more worried about the bike and the car, honestly, instead of myself. But international doctor came running out from the restaurant, came to help. And
now this all happened up in the sticks, up in Ubud.
In Ubud, yeah.
So, there's a nice, quiet sort of village lifestyle here.
Yep.
Although it is pretty chaotic, the traffic is pretty difficult to get through.
I've actually noticed, I was here in 2020, and it's got a lot worse, the traffic now, It's so much more busier. Yeah.
So, the moral of the story is, my personal opinion, I hate seeing Westerners that are very experienced bike riders because it's a simple accident that can happen to anyone.
Yep.
Thank God that there was no major things.
Yep.
And you're saying you're a very cautious and careful rider since you've been here.
Yeah, definitely. Well, like we have everyone passing us because we're like two little old ladies on a bike, like sort of thing. So that's what happens. But what do you do,
So let's just try to work out what this has cost in real money.
Yep.
Damage to the bike?
Damage to the bike. There was about maybe about $40 worth of Australian money.
A couple of panels, a bit of scratches,
and a couple of paddles and stuff on the car.
Yep.
So around about $900 already out of pocket, and I've lost a couple of days of my holiday because of recuperation. So
where she's living, you can't get a car up and down these little tiny alleyways.
Yeah.
So you've got to be able to get onto a motorbike to get up there, and you're pretty pretty impaired at the moment.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're forcing yourself to have a nice quiet holiday.
Yeah.
Can you get to the pool? Or
No, I can't. I'm actually not even allowed to swim.
Damn.
And then I'm going to tell you something funny. So we were here the other day, and then they're on the electricity that you put the things in.
Prepaid.
Prepaid electricity. And then the electricity ran out, and then we had no WhatsApp because we had no Wi-Fi.
No.
So we're sort of stuck right out the sticks, So yeah. But I'm living to tell the tale.
And what was the medical bills? You went to the hospital?
Medical bills was just about 200. No, I got her to come out the next day.
Okay. Being
So
a medical person.
they came out, and they've been absolutely fantastic. And they've actually done a follow-up call with us, and they've been really good. So
there would have been
lucky.
at least another 1,000 if you had to go to hospital.
Oh.
And if you hadn't been a medical person, you definitely would have.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I am a medical person, I sort of could tell that nothing was broken myself anyway, and I had the international doctor
Just
there
a sense
too.
of humour.
Yeah, exactly.
That was gone.
Exactly, yeah. So, but it was very daunting coming back to the main car park up here, and I had to get on a bike to get down to the villa. That was quite daunting. Yeah, so.
And so, how do I tactfully say this? If you get involved in an accident in Bali and you're a Westerner, they're going to try and do everything they can to get as much money out of you as they possibly can.
Yep.
Because, so the initial quote was like $800 odd.
Yep.
To fix the panels. And Belinda sent me a couple of photos of the panels. And I sent them to my mate Katut. Now he's in the car business. He's drivers, or he's had people scratching his cars up for 20 years.
Yeah.
And he said there's only a couple of $100 worth of damage there, but you also have to pay for their time off, the downtime with the vehicles, and also the lack of wages. So probably a few $100, but certainly not $800 or $900.
Yeah.
So I'm just so glad you're safe.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you had someone that you could contact just to put your fears at rest, because you don't know if it's going to get worse.
Well, this is it, and it's day 3 now, and I have actually got like a little bit of a sore rib. I've got another part at the back of my tailbone's a little bit sore. Bruising's still coming out. So best advice I could give someone if they're thinking of riding a motorbike up here is don't do it. Yeah.
I'm not saying don't do it. I've been doing it since I've been coming here. No, actually. After the first couple of trips, and I went with Fee, and she sort of shadowed me, or I rode her on the back of the bike, and it was very daunting. But with all that said, this accident wouldn't have made any difference, because it wasn't because you weren't aware of the conditions. It was just one of these things, a bit of a balance thing, or just a tiny bit of experience, a long-term experience or something. And these scooters aren't like riding motorbikes. Like I've ridden big Harley Davidsons, it's nothing like an automatic bike. And if I get on one bike and then jump onto a different one, it's got clutches and brakes and all that.
That's right.
I just about do a nosedive because I'm not used to it even myself. So thank God you're safe.
Yeah.
Thank God that it didn't require any major dramas.
It
was that far away from a very good warning.
Yep.
Insurance is a massive thing, and I've got another vlog that I'm about to start doing about insurance, because we've covered a friend of mine who had a broken spine from an adventure sport. That was ATV riding. She was covered, and her insurance covered it because it was a insured activity.
Oh, okay.
In your case, depending on the insurance, though, it wouldn't have covered you under most circumstances because you didn't have an international or a local motorcycle license.
Yep.
Did anyone ask you for a license when you hired the bike?
No one asked me for a license.
Someone even said there's a license under the seat of the motorbike, which you took as meaning
I thought
that's all good to go, but that's the rego papers.
Exactly.
And they leave them usually under the seat of the bike in case the police come up to make sure.
Definitely be asking if they, people are insured, and you know what I mean, double checking.
Because if anything had been even slightly worse than it was.
I could have been up for,
tens of thousands.
Even lying in the street in Ubud on the night, I'm thinking there's going to be a GoFundMe, there's going to be a GoFundMe on my Facebook page.
Hey, listen, give you an idea. My son went on a tour and he dislocated his shoulder in a cave.
Yep.
And a very benign thing, his shoulder has popped out before.
Yep.
But it popped out and he couldn't get to the hospital for a couple of hours because we're in the middle of this cave tubing thing.
Yep.
By the time he got there, they couldn't put it back in because all the things had inflamed. And they said, we're going to have to put you under general anaesthetic for about 10 minutes while we pop your arm in.
Yeah.
$5,500 they wanted
Unbelievable.
to put his arm back in.
Yeah, it's dreadful.
So the cost of medical, if you're Western over here, is
Yep.
just phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you're local and you're on the local health system, it's
Yep.
like a Medicare. It costs almost nothing.
Yeah,
So it's very different. The circumstances are very different. I do a lot of talking about on my videos about retiring or moving to Bali, and there are systems over here that cost like $20 a month.
Yeah.
And they give you an incredible health insurance.
Yeah, wow.
And it covers you for almost everything. But I don't think anything covers you if you're intoxicated.
Yep.
So even if this had been a trip over in a villa,
Yep.
if you've just got out of the pool, you've been having a pina colada by that magic swim up bar that you never seem to have to get up from, and you slip over on slippery tiles,
Yep.
and there's tons of slippery tiles around here.
Yeah.
They may not touch you because if you go to hospital, one of the first things the hospitals will ask is, can we take blood?
Yeah.
My personal opinion is I would say no, you can't.
Yep.
Without police authorisation, because I don't think they legally have the right to withdraw blood. There's religious connotations.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yep.
If your insurance can't prove you were even, it's not even a 0.05. I checked with your insurance policy, but if alcohol is involved, there's a chance that they won't do it. Now, if it was just I was swimming in the pool, I got out, I slipped over.
Yep.
On the tiles should have had some sort of non-skid base.
Exactly, yeah.
But if you tell them, oh no, we were drunk, we've been in then you're in trouble. So, look, it's a fun place. It's an incredible place to visit and a lot of fun to live here too. But it comes with a lot of dangers.
Yeah, it does.
And like I say, thank God it's not too serious. But and I want to thank Katut for coming to the rescue because he's about to come pick me up. We're going to go up to the panel beaters, see if we can't knock that price down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that extra couple of $100 might go a long way over here. But
yeah, thank you so much.
hey, listen, when you're coming over to Dembasar, we'll catch up again.
Yeah, definitely.
And how long much you got here?
We got from this Wednesday we've got another 6 days.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, so. Yeah, so we've just sort of probably put us on our backside for this little episode.
No, this is a time to relax.
Chill out.
This is what it's about. It's about Zen, read a book.
Exactly, yeah.
Get on the internet, watch a few back episodes of Muzza.
Yeah, exactly, catch up.
Oh, God, you've got a lovely little pool. And
it's lovely. It's a lovely little villa.
It's a pity you haven't got a fishing rod. You at least try and...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, pretend.
So,
it is nice, isn't it?
But yeah, it's a nice little villa here.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And the owners here have been absolutely fantastic. They've been so hospitable. Anything we've needed, do you need anything? Can we help you? The other night they got the doctor down here on the back of their bike to bring them to my villa.
Just to dress the women
fantastic,
and stuff.
Yeah, fantastic.
Hey, give them a plug. What's the place called?
Yeah, it's called Witter House.
Witter House.
Yep. It's in Ubud.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you pay here a night?
I think it was about maybe $65 to $70 a night.
And your own pool and everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really good, yeah.
So there's some really nice places still.
Yep.
You've got to find them. And this is off the beaten track. You need to know how to find a place.
Yep. And she comes every morning to cook me breakfast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cook breakfast. So
that's all right. $60 a night.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, honey, I think we'll come over here and escape.
Yeah, it's good.
So, yeah. I'll put a little link to Witter House because it's a lovely little spot.
Yeah, it is.
A nice little part of Ubud. It's a bit away from the stupid traffic.
Exactly. And that's sort of why I got the scooter, because I was up at Ubud. I never would get a scooter down
I can understand why.
There's no way.
Yeah.
But because it's here, that's why I
it's
sort of
either that or
scooter.
electric bike or something to get you down the little gullies.
Exactly, yeah. You definitely need it.
But,
it took me probably, I had to go for a little bit of a shuffle yesterday because the doctor said you've got to keep moving your legs because of blood clots, you know.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So we went for a little shuffle and then we couldn't go any further and then this little cart came and we sort of hijacked it. Can we jump on? You know. So we just jumped on that and he gave us a lift up to the big car park, you know. So,
Oh, well, keep safe. Thank God it's not too much worse than it is. Because from the first reports I sent the photos and it looked pretty scary.
Nasty.
Yeah. Must have been a hell of a shock.
Oh, very lucky. Very lucky.
Big shock.
Oh, it was a big shock.
And especially being an ambo yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, when you've got your parents back home, they're 77 and 81, they're ringing you to see if you're all right, and it brings everything home, you know. And your 24-year-old son's ringing up, and It's really scary. Yeah, could have been a different kettle of fish, you know. So
Thank God it wasn't.
yeah, thank God.
No worries, don't.
Yeah, so I was actually still originally coming here by myself.
Yeah.
So, and then my travel buddy came with me, Ellie. She came too. So she's been a godsend.
Otherwise you'd be
like,
stuck here.
I'd have been stuck here, like, wailing around. Like, who's helping me, you know?
Oh, that's been
So,
lucky.
yeah, no, she's been great and helped me and, you know, gone up the street and got food and whatever, you know, I've needed. So, it's been great. Yeah.
Awesome.
Very
Well,
lucky.
safe journey.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And
Good
thank
luck.
you to you and Couture for everything you've done for me too.
Oh, look,
you
we're
know?
just here to help.
Just been
It's lovely being able
fantastic.
to help people.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
simple too.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful day to get out of the house. It was too hot in Denver.
Yeah, right.
So I thought we'll come up into
beautiful.
Ubud and have a bit of a drive through the countryside,
yeah,
cool
yeah.
down. We had a little shower on the way up here. It was lovely.
Yep, lovely.
And sweating now, but that's all good.
Jump in.
I just
Don't you
might.
offer that one.
Oh, I love
Jump
jumping in
in
a
for
pool.
sure.
He will.
Yeah.
Right, I don't. Well,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
yeah, no worries. Well, thanks for the time and lesson learnt.
Yeah, lesson learnt. Definitely lesson
Next time
learnt.
you're going to get another one.
I don't think so. I think my days of the scooting might be quite over.
The alternative is a Gojek is like $2.
Yeah, exactly.
For anyway, for here into Denpasar, probably $10,
Yeah,
$10. Well,
yeah.
it's not much.
Yeah.
So, and you got someone, a professional rider, and I tell you what, I'm a big guy,
Yeah.
and I've sat on the back of many Gojeks
Yep.
because I won't drive too much when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
And occasionally I do have a few drinks at night time.
Yep.
I know people find it very hard to believe. And with a big fella like me sitting on the back of these little 80cc scooters, they get in through traffic really well.
Yeah, right.
They're really good drivers,
wow.
and I've always felt safe with them. So
Yeah, okay.
that's probably the safest way.
I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then you go car, you got the taxis and that as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
just be really careful.
Yeah. So I'm still recuperating and onwards and upwards. We did have a chat about going home, but we thought no, we're going to soldier on, you know.
Well, you might as well lick your wounds here.
Yeah, well that's what Elle said.
You want to be
She
back
said,
in
you know,
Melbourne.
Yeah, exactly. I know that wet weather over there.
It's starting to warm up finally though.
Yeah.
All good. Lovely.
Awesome.
See you when you get here. Catch up.